learning the sword, you want to start off with 3 different types of swords. First being that as a shinai. This one's very safe. When you're working with the shinai, you're practicing your sparring drills with an opponent. You can strike and hit back and forth pretty hard without hurting yourself. From then you want to move on to a bokken. That is when you're actually striking swords. Some people may want to start off with a bokken when working with your grip and your angles of attack. It's a wooden sword, so you're less likely to injure yourself. Finally, you want to get yourself a sword that's not sharp, but still has the same weight as a real sword, and the same grip that you like or you're familiar with. When you're first starting off with your sword training, you want to make sure that you start off with a wooden sword. This way you can do all of your form, still have the weight of a sword, but not the danger of cutting yourself, or the point. On many swords, even though they're not sharp, the point is still very dangerous. So start off with a bokken or a wooden sword with all of your training. To help practice your grip and to develop some of your strikes, it's good to do some repetitious striking motions. Practice these over and over and over. And when you sit down, give yourself a number like 20 or 100 and actually do those 20 to 100 times on each angle. One of the best ways for practicing with your sword is to actually go through the 14 angled form. Get out your bokken and follow me. We're just going to count through them. I'm going to show you the strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 is down. First one, thrust. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and back. Once again, I'll do it from the front. 1, thrusting strike, straight forward. 2, horizontal high. 3, horizontal high. 4, diagonal down. 5, diagonal down the other direction. 6, horizontal mid. 7, horizontal mid. 8, diagonal up. And 9, on the other side. 10 and 11 on the ground. 12, straight down vertical strike. 13, straight up. 14, down strike. Now grab your bokken and follow me through these 14 angles. I'm going to turn around, just follow my footwork, my body movement, and my strikes. It's not going to be as easy to see where I'm striking, but if I turn around, it might help you to follow my movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 down, and back. Once you're comfortable with your 14 angles of attack, and you finish with that last strike here, you're going to reverse the grip and start all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, reversing the grip, back in position, starting over again. When you're practicing your basic strikes or cuts, end in a mid-level sword position. Here. You can also have a low sword position. The problem with having it low is that you're going to have to come up. The problem with having it high is you're going to have to come down. If you have it in the mid-level, you cover half the distance already, going up or down. Always best to create balance and start in the mid somewhere. You're going to start off in a call a power stance, where that right leg is forward and knee is bent. We're going to kind of draw that sword out and forward. Draw it out and forward. Out and forward. The next motion, after you've done your draw and you're out here, you're going to bring that blade up, reverse the grip, put the blade against your arm, the elbow. Once it's there, then you stab back. Once again, from here, lifting the blade up, reversing the grip, blade against the arm, then stabbing straight back. From that back stabbing position, we're going to shift our weight forward and do a horizontal mid-level cut. Spinning the sword when it gets to here, against our arm, the back of our elbow. We're then moving into a one-handed cartwheel. When we land, you're going to land with the power stance to the left leg and this arm right here, getting ready to draw, just like this. Make sure that when you're doing your cartwheel, first, do not use a real sword. Instead, use a bokken or a shinai or a stick, or even put the blade down and practice your one-arm cartwheels. In the beginning, don't even do a cartwheel. Go from that back stab all the way through the cut and just sort of fake the cartwheel, ending in your position. From this position, you're going to reach back and grab the handle. You got your left knee bent and it's forward, your right leg is back, you're shifting forward, reach back, grab it. We're then going to switch feet as we do a hip strike, hip cut. Here. We have the blade behind our back, we reach back, and we do a hip cut. My left leg will be forward when I land this. After my cartwheel, I land like this, reach back, switch feet, downward cut. From this hip cutting position, we're then going to come up to the horizontal strike. The outside. Again, hip cutting position, and we open our arms. From here we look to where the blade is pointing, and then we look to where the hand is pointing. Look to where the blade is pointing, then where the hand is pointing. Down cut. From this position, after you look and look, we're then going to do our cut and roll. What happens here is we're going to step, cut, and roll. We're actually stepping forward. So we're out like this, we step forward, we come into a normal cut, and as we get low to the ground, we're going to let go with that arm here. My right leg is forward, so it's going to right shoulder roll, which means I need to let go with my right hand. Holding it to the left, allowing it to carry back and out of the way, I can then do my roll. From this position, we're going to turn the blade up, and we're going to spin that sword all the way cutting up like this. Then we turn it and pull it down into our hip, pointing the tip of the blade at our opponent. Once again, blade goes up, knocking it down with the backhand, allowing it to spin, and then pulling it down into the hip and pointing the tip of the blade at your opponent. Back is straight when you start. Blade is up, striking up, and down. After drawing the sword back down, we're then going to create a block on our right side. We call this a roof block. As we do that roof block, we're going to be standing in one motion. Then we follow through with a cut and another cut. Again, from the ground, we draw the blade back, blocking, cut, downward cut. From this position, that first cut, we're then going to add another cut, but pushing down and pulling the blade back. It would be a strike, second strike, pushing down, pulling the blade back. From here, we're then going to do a horizontal strike, out, snapping the sword back as soon as it ends. As soon as it goes one, we're going to start swinging it back this direction. It's going to look like this. Strike, cut through, and back. How we get that spin on that cut, we start to pull back, take this index finger, we slide it right over the handle like this. Then we have the back of the blade coming towards our head, and we spin it till we have that reverse grip. The back of the blade then is going to lie right back on the arm, and we're going to stab right behind us. Comes out and continues back and stab. The key to this is not to stop, but to come right back. 1, 2, 1, 2. Into that back stab. Blade goes out. As it's coming back, the index finger comes over, spin, and on the back of the arm, right here. Back of the arm. From this position, you're going to use a body swing where you're using your body to attack with that weapon. Let's say that you have a very heavy sword, or maybe you have another object that's very heavy, you're using your arm to strike. Maybe even injured this hand, you can't use it. So you're using your arm here for your attack. We're going to start off right here. We're going to cock that blade back, shooting that arm and shoulder forward into that cut. The motion is actually going to come back here. But as we come back, we're going to spin all the way around. Here. Notice the back of the blade comes right back to that arm. Start off on the arm, attack, come back, spin, landing right back on that arm. We're going to add something to that spin, a little kick. We attack, spin, crescent kick, dropping that blade down. Again, attack, spin, crescent kick, and down. When we're attacking, spinning, back of the blade is on that arm, coming to this side, crescent kick, we then snap the blade out for that down strike. How that works, right there, and attack. Almost like we're going to throw an elbow to bring that sword down. We're not going this direction like we did in the first attack. We're actually going at an angle, a diagonal down, to come straight down with a reverse grip dropping strike. Again, the back of the blade on the arm, we attack out, swing back, kick, and there's that strike. When we're doing this strike, again, coming at a diagonal into that attack. From this cut, we're going to stab in, then bring it back, 2 figure 8 reverse grip cuts, down, strike, and 2 figure 8 reverse grip cuts. After you've done your figure 8 cuts, we're then going to spin the blade into our other hand. We do this by bringing it up, just open the palm of that other hand and allow the handle to spin into it, getting a reverse grip in the other hand. Cut, cut, over. After your figure 8 cuts, we're then going to bring the blade up horizontal, putting that other hand flat, palm up, allowing the handle to flip into the other hand, getting the reverse grip in your other hand. Cut and cut, spin it over in the other hand, and then you got the grip. Cut, cut, over. From that motion, from the flip and the reverse grip, we're then going to bring that blade behind your back. It looks fancy, but it's really simple. We just bring it behind your back, grab it with the other hand, bring it up, and there's your last cut right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, spin it into the hand, bring it around the back, and cut. One, two, three, 4. Around the hand, around the back. There's that cut. After we do the spin around the back, cut, I'm going to bring the arm up, out, bring the blade around, and cut there for a helicopter cut. Here, around the back, there's the cut and open. Open. Cut, 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 cut. Tacking down, cut, cut. Okay, after your mid-cut and high cut, we're going to do a regular diagonal cut and another one on the other side. 1, 2. We're going to be stepping with our feet as we cut. We're not actually bringing the sword to the hip this time. We're stopping halfway. Cut, 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 cut. From this position, you're then going to reverse it and do an upwards cut. An upwards cut. Looks like this. Your final cut after these two is just going to be a stepping straight, grabbing the lower part of that handle and striking straight in for your cut. We go 1, 2, stepping, snapping that cut forward.